By the end of the first round of questioning, it was clear who was taking the lead in the most important contest in America right now. Hannah B. was going with Jed over Tyler, even though Jed only cares about promoting his music career, Hannah. I may have briefly switched over to The Bachelorette mid-debate. Now, on the subject of healthcare, John Delaney tried to speak to his experience on the trail.
I've been going around rural America, and I ask rural hospital administrators one question.
Do you know who I am? And they were in no way helpful. In no way helpful.
Tell you, huh?
Marianne Williamson identified the problem with our healthcare system: phrasing.
We need to realize we have a sickness care rather than a healthcare system.
We have a Department of Housing, but not a Department of Home. We have a Secretary of Education instead of a Secretary of Educating. We have a Defense Department instead of a dream catcher I bought in Sedona. It'll catch the missiles coming in. It'll catch them. And Mayor Pete took issue with the repetition in how we discuss gun control.
This is the exact same conversation we've been having since I was in high school.
And that was almost 3 weeks ago. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous.
The young cat, man. I feel what he's saying.
Mayor Pete showed his faith in the system.
This is a country that once changed its constitution so you couldn't drink, and then changed it back because we changed our minds about that.
Thank you.
And to that, just let me say, God bless the United States of America. Governor John Hickenlooper tried to argue his centrist point of view, and he wasn't a fan of Bernie's theatrics.
So, again, I think if we're going to force Americans to make these radical changes, they're not going to go along. You throw your hands up, but you...
What are you... What? Oh, my God. What are you doing? What are you doing, Hickenlooper? Throwing his hands up in exasperation is Bernie's signature move. I throw my hands in the air because I profoundly care. Tim Ryan, is his name Tim Ryan? Tim Ryan had a weird way of connecting with a common man.
We've got to talk about the working class issues, the people that take a shower after work.
That's a unique way to refer to working-class voters. I care about the people who shower after work, who come in and peel off their sweaty clothes in the garage because they're dirty. They're so very dirty, and then they soap up, and maybe the soap splashes on the sides of the glass in the shower, and it gets all steamy and soapy. You can't see what's going on in there, and then maybe some of the water tumbles off them and splashes on the glass and rolls down, and then suddenly, bam, it clears away. You can see all the way to Christmas morning, and you can tell they're into CrossFit, and, I'm sorry, what was the question? What was... John Delaney kept talking about how the nominee shouldn't attempt anything too extreme, like anything. And Elizabeth Warren had a rebuttal for that.
I don't understand why anybody goes to all the trouble of running for president of the United States just to talk about what we really can't do and shouldn't fight for.
Whoa! Boom! Stay down, Delaney! Come on, stay down, Delaney! You're bleeding out, you're blind in one eye! Come on, Elizabeth eats lightning and craps thunder! But, the vibrant millennial, Bernie Sanders, had a message to the youth.
We need to bring millions of young people into the political process in a way that we have never seen by, among other things, making public colleges and universities tuition-free and canceling student debt.
Thank you, Senator. We want a TikTok Snapchat in every Cardi B. I'm Bernie Sanders, and I'm running for student council president. Well, I knew. Bernie, I will come at you like a spider monkey. Ryan knew what to do on the environment, and he had the names to prove it.
And you can go ask Gabe Brown and Alan Williams, who actually make money off of regenerative agriculture.
Wait a second. Alan Williams and Gabe Brown? Why didn't you say so when I've already forgotten their names? Then Tim Ryan took a swipe, one of the heavyweights.
I didn't say we couldn't get there till 2040, Bernie. You don't have to yell.
I'm not yelling. This is what it sounds like when I whisper. It's how I sang my kids' lullabies at night. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. The billionaire class has gone too far. I'm so sweaty. Got a break with sweat. I gotta say. I was testing you. And the CNN moderators stuck to their rule on candidates' answers. Stop them from answering.
Thank you, Ms. Williamson. Thank you, Mayor.
To supporting entrepreneurship for black
Thank you very much.
Thank
you, Senator.
And we have to lead the world.
Thank you, Senator Sanders.
Thank you, Senator.
No, so the question is,
Senator, thank you. Please abide by the rules. Congressman Delaney, it's your turn. Thank you, Senator.
Can you imagine these guys moderating the Lincoln-Douglas debates? A house divided against itself cannot... Thank you, Mr. Lincoln. Thank you. Thank you. I've got to give some time to a fence post, by which I mean Tim Ryan. Now, Mayor Pete took issue with the Democrats' climate change talking points.
We have all put out...
Look. I'm going to stop you right there. This is a family debate, and we don't need to know which one of you was put out. Now, then Marianne went full Williamson.
If you think any of this wonkiness is going to deal with this dark psychic force of the collectivized hatred that this president is bringing up in this country, then I'm afraid that the Democrats are going to see some very dark days.
Yes, dark psychic force. There she goes, tossing her base some of that red unicorn meat. And the only way to defeat it is to help Harry Potter locate the final Horcrux. Then CNN asked the all-white group of candidates how they deal with racism.
Governor Hickenlooper, why are you the best nominee to heal the racial divide in America? Please respond.
Look, I know the feeling of being put down because of something I can't control. Through no fault of my own, my name rhymes with lickin'-pooper. I know abuse. You should see how police treat me when they read my driver's license. Senator Warren talked about her plan to negotiate her trade deals.
we're going to negotiate our deals with unions at the table, with small businesses at the table, with small farmers at the table, with environmentalists at the table, with human rights activists at the table.
And we're going to need table manufacturers at the table, because we're going to need them to make much bigger tables big enough for everyone I've invited to the table. Then Mayor Pete took a shot at the Republican enablers.
When David Duke ran for Congress, ran for governor, the Republican Party 20 years ago ran away from him. Today, they are supporting naked racism in the White House.
Please, Mayor Pete. It's bad enough. Don't make me imagine Donald Trump tweeting in the nude. Then Marianne Williamson began her final statement.
Our problem is not just that we need to defeat Donald Trump.
We have to defeat the Dark Lord Sauron. Defeat the lidless eye, Ashnas Thratatuluk, Ashnas Burzum Ishi Krimpatul. Then.
Woo! Man, get into your bag.
Thank you. You know what I'm talking. You know what I'm talking about. Hickenlooper closed this way.
What a night. I've loved it.
That makes one of us. And no sooner had the debate ended when CNN put up a countdown clock to tomorrow night's debates. That's either the time until the next debate or how long Tim Ryan's going to spend fantasizing about your after-work shower. We got a great show for you tonight.